Namaste, yogis, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new to it, my name is Matt, and today I'm offering you a 30-minute Yin Yoga class to lower your stress and relax your nervous system. So we are all prone to stress in our day-to-day life, and stress is a response to an internal or external stimulus that is causing us problems, and it's really important to find ways to cope with that. So I'm happy that you're joining me on the mat, as Yin Yoga can be very beneficial for that, or just even taking a walk in the forest, doing meditation, reading a book. It's important to find ways to de-stress, to regain control of our physical and mental well-being. So without any further ado, we're going to dive into this beautiful class. And for today's class, all you're going to be needing is a bolster and 2 blocks. So you can keep them nearby. And we're just going to be starting in child pose. This is a very relaxing posture that I love. And I love to bring the bolster in between my legs here in the kneeling position. And your big toes can be touching themselves here at the back of your glutes. You can spread your knees to the edges of your yoga mat. And from here, we're just going to take one big inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to walk our hands forward, making contact with our bellies and the bolster. And then we can kind of hug it and bring the head to rest on the bolster. So as we are resting here, I'm going to invite you to reconnect with your breath and really focus on slowing it down. And with every exhale, imagine that your stress level is in a meter, and that meter is going down with every exhale, lowering the amount of stress that it contains. So big inhale here. And as you exhale, you can see the meter in your mind lowering down as stress is leaving your body and mind. Do one big inhale, and as you exhale, you feel even more relaxed here. And as you keep breathing, it's almost like all your worries, all your anxiety, all your stress is vanishing here on the mat with me today. So just keep breathing here, enjoying that moment of peace and relaxation that you are taking for yourself here. Calming your nervous system, calming the mind, and just letting go of stress. And it feels wonderful. It feels great. And it was very much needed. And we can push ourselves up through our arms, walking our hands back as we're raising the upper torso, and then just closing the knees here. Just taking a moment. You can roll your shoulders like I'm doing, shrugging them up, and back. And that feels wonderful. So I'm going to invite you to place the bolster away from now. We're just going to go to the seated position here. And we're going to be spreading our legs wide for straddle pose. And this is where the blocks can come handy. You place them in front of you just like I'm doing. And you can make a little tower like this. So that's going to help you to bring your forehead on top of the tower to find stillness. So let's take one big inhale here. And on the exhale, you can walk your hands forward as you lower yourself down and make contact with your tower here. We do hold a lot of tightness in the inside of our legs, at the back of our knees. And this asana is a great way to relieve all of that stress. And as you settle into this posture, if you feel like you can go deeper within it, you can place the block to its second setting, just like this on your tower, and just lower yourself down even more. Only if your bodies allow you to do so. So again, imagine getting lighter and lighter with every exhale, emptying that meter all the way down to 0 by the end of today's class. The goal is to be stress-free after we complete today's Yin Yoga session together. And we can push ourselves back up very slowly, closing our legs, and you might want to wiggle them a little bit here, seeing how that feels, taking some deep breath. And we aren't rushing any postures today. We're trying to relax and de-stress, so it's important to take our time. So we're going to be going now into supported fish. If you can, just place 2 blocks at the top of your yoga mat here, sideways, under lowest setting. We're just going to turn away from the blocks. And you want to be landing one of the blocks about the midway up your spine here, and then your head will rest on the other one. So we're going to lower ourselves down, and this is where you can kind of feel where it lands and move your hips forward if you find it's too low. So this is about right for me today. And then I'm bringing my head all the way down to relax on the block. So this is really great for the thoracic spine flexion, increasing flexibility in that area, opening up our heart, and just making us feel great. I really love supported fish. And from here we can flex our abdominals, pushing ourselves back up and out of this position. And I'm going to invite you to turn around on all fours, placing the blocks aside here. And from all fours, just going to move our hips forward, and we're going to lower ourselves down to our stomachs, placing our hands in front of us and going into Sphinx pose. So this feels really good. And if you want, you can use a block and just place it in front of you, just placing the forehead on it. As you relax and reconnect with your breath, it's a great way to do supported Sphinx pose, allowing you to relax within the asana and letting go of stress, using your breath as the main tool here. And from here we can move the block aside if you're using it, flaring our elbows down, placing our hands one on top of the other, and bringing our forehead to rest on the back of our hands here. So lying down completely flat on your yoga mat, releasing the spine and just enjoying how that feels here. And from here, when you're ready, we're just gonna roll around onto our backs very slowly. Take your time here. So from here, we're gonna go into banana pose. We haven't done that one in a while, and it's a great one to lower your stress level. But we're just gonna be doing it with a little twist here. So you can bring your hands above your head, grabbing onto your elbows, and you can twist your body to the right. And here we're gonna make a 90-degree angle with the right leg, firmly planting that right foot on the ground. And then the left leg will come to the right side here and the twist, and then we can allow the right knee to drop. So this is a little variation. but it feels tremendously good for the side of the body and the spine. So let's just enjoy this and fully relax. And when you're ready, you can bring the right knee back up with the right foot planted on the ground, and then walking the left leg back to center as we bring the upper torso back in line with our yoga mat. And here we can extend the right leg in front of us. That feels really, really good. I'm just going to take a moment here to reset the spine. Enjoying this beautiful session together. And when you're ready, you can bring your hands above your head, holding on to your elbows here, bringing the upper torso to the left. And then from here we can bring the left leg to a 90-degree angle, planting the foot on the ground, walking the right leg towards the left here, and then allowing the left knee to drop as we go into a banana pose with a slight variation here that feels really good. The idea here is to fully let go of any control you're trying to exercise over the posture. Just allow yourself to fully settle into this without forcing or trying to do anything at all. You just want to relax into it. upper torso back in line, raising their left knee back up, and then walking the right leg back to center here with our hips. Then we can extend the left leg in front of us. Just take another moment here to reset the spine. And from here, we're going to bring our knees to 90-degree angle with our feet planted on the floor. And we're just going to do a windshield wiper motion here, left to right, to left, to right. And here, we're going to stay on the right side. So you might feel a lot of tension on the external side of your left hip. This is really good. Try to keep both shoulder blades planted on the floor. And if you want to go deeper into it, you can bring the right ankle on top of the left knee and just apply a bit of torque here to fill it deeper within the hip socket and low back here. So just reconnect with your breath here. And just allow gravity to push everything down without forcing too much with that right leg. Just gravity will push everything down here, making you feel wonderful and relaxed. Well, from here we can bring our hips back to center, uncrossing the ankles if they were crossed. And from here we're just going to wiggle our hips right, left, right, and then left, and then staying here on the left side. Enjoying how that feels. And again, if you want, you can bring the left ankle on top of the right knee, applying a bit of pressure, going into a deeper twist here, which you will feel in the right hip socket, the external side here, all the way down to your low back. You can bring your hands at your heart if you want, on your stomach, or just on the ground. Whatever feels good for you today. can bring the hips back to center, uncrossing our ankles if they're crossed. And here we're going to bring our feet to the edges of the yoga mat and then allowing our knees to collapse forward. Inward, touching each other. And just applying a release here on the external hip socket. So this feels really good. You're making sort of a pyramid with your knees and your shins here. Just holding here for a few breaths. And then we can reopen our knees. I'm going to invite you to extend your legs in front of you for Savasana. If you have the bolster nearby, you can grab it. And we're going to place it underneath our knees, just for support. And now let's take some space on our yoga mat and fully relax. Just letting go of any last bit of stress that we might have lingering inside our mind and body. So I already feel much better and much more relaxed after today's class. And so should you. So let's stay here for a few minutes, doing nothing else than breathing deeply in and out through the nose. Try to keep your mind fully blank. Just leaving it empty or imagining the color white taking all the space in your mind. Everything is white. Everything is pure. And it's total emptiness of thoughts. You are feeling at your best. So let's stay there together. So you guys can stay in Savasana and relax for a few more seconds. I'm gonna make my way up to the seated position to conclude today's class with you guys. So I hope you guys feel much more relaxed and that this class was a success in making you feel much better, calming your mind, healing your nervous system, and lowering your stress level. If you like my classes, please subscribe to my channel to show support. It will also keep you up to date with all my latest classes as they come in. And you can donate to my PayPal account any amount at your own will at any point in time, which is the only way I support myself currently with this channel. So it's very much appreciated whenever you guys do so, and no donation goes unnoticed. So thank you so much for all of you who do so here and there. Hands at the heart, lengthening the spine, big inhale. Exhale. Namaste, guys. Thanks for joining me today. Bye.